There's a chance that you got into trading thinking that you could make money quicker than you actually are at the moment. We all get sold on that get rich quick scheme, and then we quickly realize that there's a lot more to it than maybe call outs, etc. And then you start to believe that you can't do it. This belief then affects how you're feeling. You maybe start to feel deflated, a sense of urgency or stressed, which leads to you no longer following your trading plan or rules. So perhaps over trading, revenge trading, over leveraging, all to overcompensate or to make your money back. This inevitably affects your trading P&L and performance, which then confirms your initial belief that you can't do it. And it becomes this vicious cycle. In this video, I'm going to introduce a tool that you can use to help to chip away at any doubts you might have in your ability to do this, to become a profitable trader. This will help you to stay encouraged and in turn improve your P&L and consistency in trading. This is really important because if we're feeling bad about trading and our ability to trade, then this is going to influence how we view everything that we do on the charts. So those thoughts that pop into our mind that are very automatic, they will likely be slightly negative and skewed towards the negative. So anything that might happen on the charts or day to day, you might interpret them through those lenses of, I'm not good at this, I can't do this. So it might mean that you only notice something that might confirm that belief, and you might not even notice, recognize, or acknowledge anything that might suggest otherwise. And then again, it's that vicious cycle of negative thinking and unhelpful behaviors, and then inconsistency in your trading performance. For example, before entering a trade, you might think, I'm just going to lose again. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll probably mess this up. When you're in the trade, you might think, the market always goes against me. I can't trust myself to manage this properly. I should just close this now before I lose everything. And after taking a loss, you might think, see, I knew I'd fail. I'll never be consistent. Other people can trade, but I can't. And after a winning trade, you might minimize that and say, that was just luck. I'll probably give it back on the next trade. You can see how these negative automatic thoughts will feed straight back into that belief that you can't trade. So I'm going to now introduce the tool that you can use to encourage flexibility in that way of thinking. This tool is there not to necessarily get you to think positive all the time, but to have that balance in how you're thinking, to actually look at all of the evidence and acknowledge anything that you might be minimizing or completely ignoring that actually might suggest that you can do this. So the tool is the Trader's Positive Data Log. I have created a free downloadable version of this, which is available in the description below. So feel free to download it after the video, or you can pause the video now, download it so you can refer to it as we're speaking or as I'm speaking. So the Trader's Positive Data Log is deliberately designed to force you to identify at least one piece of evidence every day that supports the alternative belief that you can trade, that you can do it. What this exercise does is it forces you to take off those lenses that say, I can't do this, and encourages you to think clearly and to see the whole picture and to acknowledge anything that might suggest otherwise. So really chipping away at that negative belief that is causing you to have inconsistent trading results. Okay, so it's about actually acknowledging all of the evidence, looking at both sides of the coin and coming up with a more balanced belief. Okay, so I encourage you to record this piece of evidence as soon as you can, as soon as you notice it, so that you don't have the opportunity to dismiss it, to minimize it, or to shrug it off. What I want you to do is record at least one piece of evidence, and as you go, you might find that you can record 2, 3, 4, or 5 pieces of evidence a day. But for now, it's just about starting with one piece of evidence every day that might suggest that you can do this. So examples of pieces of evidence that you might write down on your log are: I showed up to my desk or the charts today, despite how I've been feeling. This shows resilience. I followed my plan with discipline. I managed the risk well. My setup didn't appear today, so I didn't take a trade. I stuck to my daily routine. I did some back testing. I traded on demo. I reviewed my trades. I journaled my trade and my thoughts and feelings. I spent some time studying trading today. I took a screenshot of my trade for me to review later. I had the same trade idea as my mentor. I ensured that I took necessary breaks throughout the day so that I don't burn out. All of that is evidence and facts that are supporting the belief that you can do it, that are actually contradicting that initial belief that you can't. And this is a really important and necessary exercise because you need to get your brain to notice the whole picture. When we're feeling down, when we're feeling a bit deflated, we only see what fits with how we're feeling or thinking at the time. So give this a go. Tell yourself that you're just going to identify one thing every day that contradicts what you're feeling at the moment, that supports the idea that you can do this, because that is what you want. You want to be able to do it. So you need to actually look out for any evidence that is suggesting that you can. And feel free, as I say, to download the tool which is in the description below to support you through this. It will have the instructions on there as well to guide you through it. Over time, doing this daily practice will start to build a body of proof that you are capable and that you are resilient and you are able to become the trader that you know you can be. Okay? And then you're going to start to go to the charts through those lenses, through those more helpful lenses. And if you're feeling more calm, more neutral when you're on the charts, this will make it easier for you to stick to your plan because you're now able to be more rational, more logical, as opposed to being led by your emotions. So to stay encouraged on your trading journey, you need to be able to look at all of the evidence around you as opposed to just focusing on and giving attention to anything that is not going so well. And the positive data log is designed to help you do just that. So give it a go. Let us know how you're finding it. Share your experience in the comments below. And if you're interested in any further support on cognitive training for trader psychology, have a look at the link in my bio or the description below for the embodied trader course that I also have.